We're on the board, catching fish on a calm day, even with the loud dog. Oh, you have ladyfish poo on your head, buddy. That's a little trout. Hey, this is Luke with Salt Strong. I have Otis over here, and we are exploring some new areas. I'm actually in Redington Beach. Never been here before. One of our Insider Club members, Mitchell, set up a meetup this morning in our community, and so went up there and I had a blast meeting him and his wife. And so now we're gonna go out and try to find some fish. We have some tough conditions. We have basically no clouds at all, no wind as well, and I really want to do some sight fishing, and that is tough with Otis over here, who is not very good about being quiet on the boat. But anyhow, the weather's nice for sight fishing. I got on the maps and I found some areas that should be holding some nice redfish and possibly some snook and trout too, and so we're going to see if we can catch some fish. I'll record what happens, the good, the bad, the ugly. Hopefully this guy behaves himself, and we'll let you know how it goes. All right, spot number one. We are here. This water is very clear. Got some nice looking grass. Get this troll motor up so I don't hit that grass. We're gonna see if we can find some fish up along this mangrove. Whoa, that was a big fish of some sort. Actually, it's pretty shallow. I'm gonna switch over to my weighted hook setup. See if we can get that fish. All right, starting to see some mullet. Piece of structure down there with a bunch of mangrove snapper on it. Should be some redfish around here. Nice snook cruising the shoreline right there. Let's see if we can get him to eat. Oh man, he just took a swipe at it. Oh, that was a big fish. That was a slot snook way up in the shallows. Literally right when I started seeing some bait fish. Man. Oh, there we are. Nice. Got something. Can't tell what this might be. A redfish. Yeah, redfish. Sweet. We are on the board. Otis, hey, you're good. There we are. We're on the board. Catching fish on a calm day, even with the loud dog. Although he was so loud, this might be the last fish. Yeah, I switched over to the power prawn. It's like a little bit of deeper water here. And there's some grass in the bottom. This is my favorite lure. This is the Power Prawn Junior, favorite lure for wintertime dock fishing. So we have these docks coming up. We also have these oysters. Looks like a really nice looking little area. This is why what I noticed on the map that caught my eye. So we'll see if we can get some action up in here. Something's messing with me down there. Nope, that might be pinfish or something small. Oh, had him. Should be some snook around this dock. Oh, that was a, couldn't tell what that was. Either trout or ladyfish. Ooh man, nice fish just spooked out of there. Thanks to Otis making some racket. Come on, Otis. Pipe down. Looks like a big trout. It's holding up real shallow in a little tiny pothole. There we are, got something. On a ladyfish. Otis. And we got a lady. away from Otis. They came up and smacked the power prawn. Good boy, Otis. Good boy. Oh, you have ladyfish poo on your head, buddy. Otis, hey, check. Otis, that's what happens when we get too close to these fish, bud. So I kept fishing down that shoreline, and as I was going out, I was just about to put the motor down. I saw some nice looking grass, and I thought, okay, this might be some trout out here. And sure enough, put on the paddle tail, the Slam Shade 2.0, and was just doing a nice slow retrieve, and this trout hit probably like 10 to 20 feet away from the boat. Fortunately, Otis was being quiet. However, that of course changed once the fish was hooked, but at least got my second of my 3 target species on the board, and then off to spot number 2 as soon as I release this one. All right, I was heading over to these docks, and there's a nice little trough here. This is where I should be able to get my snook. See some birds feeding up in there, so there might be some snook and reds up in here actually. But I'm about to switch to the Power Prawn Junior on a jig head, and let's get that slam on the board. So here's how I was fishing. I was basically just doing a nice low cast. So a low cast to get under the dock. The Power Prawn Junior on a jig head is awesome for this. This is really where it shines. And so let it get down to the bottom and just do some slow bounces along the bottom. Even if the fish aren't hungry, they'll still go ahead and strike it. There we are. Oh, it might be a snook. Might have our mini slam. Yeah, we've got a snook. Right where it was supposed to be. A little guy, but we have the right species. That's cool. Otis didn't fall in. That's a bonus. All right, slam is on the board. Exploring the trip. Good boy, Otis. Good job, buddy. Exploring some new territory. The trusty Power Prawn on a jig head, fishing docks. Sealed the deal. Big fish, big fish. Oh, dang. Oh, that was a big fish. I think it got my lure, and I'm not very happy about that. Yeah, that thing busted me around that piling. That was a really nice fish. Oh, what a bummer. Power Prawn Junior got the strike, but this line couldn't handle it. I probably should have bumped up to my stronger gear. Man, that's a heartbreaker. So I had just a little bit more time left, and I wanted to go back to the very first spot. Now that the sun was up higher, I really wanted to get some sight fishing in. This area was just protected from the wind there. The water was clear, and sure enough, I saw some fish, but they saw me before I saw them. Oh my gosh, there's some big snook right there. 3 absolute. Ooh, and there's some more right there. Gosh. Look at this one. It's about to go in the sand. Oh, I dropped it right on him. Another one right there. Gosh. Really nice fish. They're exactly where they're supposed to be. There we are. Let's see what we got here. Feels like another trout. Yep. Solid trout there. Nice little trout. All right, well, just got back. It was a really short trip, but a very fun one. It's almost 11:30. I had to get back early, so fished for a couple hours. And the fish, fortunately, were right where they're supposed to be, so I got on them real fast. I had a really cool sight fish shot at a big snook. So bummed that didn't work out, but at least caught a red, then it caught a couple trout and a snook, and then had something big that I assume was a snook that got me around the dock piling. But just a good testament that a good plan can put you on some fish fast, even if you're in an area that you've never been to before. At the very last stop, I went to this flat and I saw some giant fish, some really nice snook, and they were just super spooky, but the fish were there where they're supposed to be, and it just sure was cool to just see that happen again. So Insider Club members, I'll put a link down below, or put a video down below where you can see the actual post-trip analysis on exactly where the fish were holding and why they were there, and so that you can use the same process and strategy on your next trip and get into some really fun fish. So as far as the equipment I was using, number one, this is all the shallow water stuff. This is the Fuego 1000 size reel with 5-pound braid. This is my sight fishing setup that I've been testing out. I've been enjoying it. And then I had the Slam Shady 2.0 on the weighted hook. This is our custom weighted hook. It's a 3/0 hook called the Haas hook. It's excellent. And then one of our prototype rods that we're working with mud hole on. And then the deeper water setup was this Daiwa BG MQ, and it was rigged, it was paired up with this Bull Bay Salt Strong rod. This is the custom rod that we worked with Bull Bay on. Solid setup, great balance, and as you can see, my lure is missing because that darn fish got it. And the lure I was using though was this one right here. I set it up on a different rig. This is the Power Prawn Junior on a trout eye jig head, a 1/4 ounce jig head. Is very good lure. This is my favorite for fishing docks and situations like that, and for snook in particular, they absolutely love it. Also redfish, trout, flounder. But anyhow, that was the setup. Any questions at all, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And as I said, for Insider Club members, you can see the post-trip analysis and exactly where these fish are, so you can look for those same types of spots based on the wind direction, based on the weather on your next trip. And if you're new to Salt Strong, just know that we're the best online fishing club for inshore saltwater anglers, especially if you like catching redfish, sea trout, snook, flounder. We actually guarantee you'll be finding more fish than ever before. You'll be saving money in your tackle, and you'll be meeting a ton of new fishing friends. To learn more, go to saltstrong.com. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon.